that are having their way and resulting in the death of thousands of Americans and disproportionate number of kids. And doesn't Lieutenant Chris Olivarez know, as the Texas Department of Public Safety official, kind enough to join us on the phone? Well, you've heard the president talk about it this past week, Chris, that the numbers are lower than they've been dating back to the days of Donald Trump, losing sight of the fact, of course, that they were 4 times that level, a little more than a few months ago. But that aside, this fentanyl issue remains an issue. That did not go away.
Well, it does, Neil. Great to be with you, of course, over the phone. We talk about the numbers themselves, Neil, especially what the federal government has been saying, trying to take credit in the decrease of numbers. But the fact of the matter is, and for the audience, is that, yes, numbers have decreased somewhat, but they are processing more illegal immigrants and releasing more illegal immigrants at ports of entry, and also flying illegal immigrants directly from their country of origin into the United States. And also you have an increase in gotaways, human smuggling, all the criminal activity that comes with the fact that we have an insecure border. So that is a fact right there. And the fact of the matter is, too, look, they could have taken executive action from day one. You cannot take executive action now and claim credit for the decrease in numbers, especially during a political year. That's not the case, and I think the American people are well aware of what's happening. Of course, Neil, we've been talking about this for so many years now. We've been on the front lines in Texas, from day one, and it's because of our efforts that what we have been able to do in Texas with Operation Lone Star, that we've been able to get the numbers in Texas down to over 74%. And now with fentanyl still remains to be a problem, but the thing is that it's not being talked about anymore like it used to be when it was, happening. And that's why it's an honor to be here today with these families that have come across the country, to be able to speak to them, to talk about what we are doing in Texas and how we are going to support them. The fact is, the last 3.5 years in Texas, Neil, we have seized over 500 million lethal doses of fentanyl in the state of Texas because of Operation Lone Star, because of what Governor Abbott has put in place from the very beginning.
Thank you very much, my friend. Chris Olivarez, the Texas Department of Public Safety.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.